You already know what the fuck going on. Did Damage here bring you another MLB The Show 18 Diamond Dynasty video. But today I would not be showing gameplay as I usually do. Ashley hasn't shown gameplay in about 3 or 4 weeks or so. And I just made this video to quickly address what's been going on and what I've been seeing in the MLB community and my displeasure about it. And there's been that I'm talking about is the negativity surrounding this game. MLB The Show 18. I know almost all of you guys, if not all of you guys, seeing the negativity flowing around about complaints left and right, attacked on SDS. And I just want to rock the boat a bit, if you will say. And I want to make this video because I think people are getting a little out of hand with the complaints that they have, and I genuinely enjoy MLB The Show 18. So I made this video to tell, or at least convince people as to why MLB The Show is a good game. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First and foremost, I do not, for the life of me, comprehend why people are complaining about content issues. Like, I'm not gonna say, I'm just gonna scroll through all the programs. That's just career arcs. Collector, live series collector for Immortal Vlad, Bagwell. You have at least 5 diamonds in this collection. You have Fernando Rodney, who's still usable. Felix Hernandez is a beast. Dale Murphy is a beast. Troy Tulowitzki is a beast. Jake Arrieta is amazing. You get Adrian Beltre, Jeff Bagwell, and Vladimir Guerrero just for one collection. For the All-Star collection, which was absolutely phenomenal, you get this great 95 overall Andre Dawson. For Father's Day, you get a Willie McCovey. For the Camel collection, you get this Jose Reyes, which is absolutely phenomenal. Mother's Day, this Eddie Matthews is still wanted all around MLB community. The back collection is Willie Stargell. Everyone wants Willie Stargell. These are not so wanted, but they're still there nonetheless. Team Epics. There's so much you can do for these. Like, and the cards are actually great. You get 3 to 4 cards per Team Epic, and the diamond is great. Chris Davis. You get a Carlton Fisk, which I was actually interested in using for the Yankees. You get Jason Giambi, which is still a great card. Like, and Conquest, another mission you guys can do, or more content you guys can get from this. Conquest Part 1, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pieces of content just from doing Conquest Part 1. In Conquest Extreme, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 great cards, plus added up 35k stubs, and that is just optional. You have all these career arcs, and not to include Immortals, which I think are absolutely phenomenal. We'll get into that later. Still in the topic of content, Battle Royale. Battle Royale cows alone, you guys have Joe Morgan, Ichiro, Juan Martial, Luis Tiant, probably the best non-immortal pitcher in this game. You have Miguel Cabrera, Triple Crown Miguel Cabrera. That's just on the first page alone. You have Future Stars Ronald Acuna Jr., a fantastic card. Moving on, you guys have Greg Holland. There's endless amount of content in this game, and there should be no complaints about content whatsoever, point blank, period. And if you guys keep going, there's also content for whenever new pack sets release. You have this Evan Longoria right there. You have Carlos Ruiz. You have Victor Martinez, another BR reward. You have this Yu Darvish, another pack set diamond card that is still usable to this day. There's just tons of content. You have event diamond cards. You have updated live series cards. Speaking of event live series card, as past is Jace, there's Justin Upton. And more to the side of content, you have, okay, let's just focus on one thing. Let's go to monthly awards. Look at all these cards dedicated to monthly awards. Not counting the ones that are chicken counter, not counting the ones that are programs. These cards are just released over the past 4 months, and there's still more to come. And I don't understand what people are talking about when it says there is no content in the game. I either you know like to complete the whole game, which I highly doubt. You gone 12-0 100 times, and you're just bored with the game, which I don't see happening in August. But I'm tired of people saying there's no content in this game. There's content abundant in this game. 4 great monthly award cards that are still usable to this day. They gave us free packs. Like, come on, guys. This All-Star Summer event was very cool. They give us free packs and stubs for just playing the game every month. There's so much you can do in this game, and I'm tired of people saying there is no content. Moving on to the next point, the exchange. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the exchange is new to MLB The Show, and there isn't just one exchange. There's let's count it up: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 exchange types. So the game is literally giving you a pass to flip cards in this game. I have not spent a single penny in this game, and people are complaining that it's pay to win, it's pay to get the best players you want, and that is just absolutely not true. The exchange is literally all you need to make tons of stubs in this game. And there's also the community market, where there's tons of cards you can flip on the market, if not souvenirs. And also, speaking of exchange, souvenirs and exchange go hand in hand. You can exchange this Adrian Beltre baseball for 1,000 stubs, but supposedly for 400, not doing the exchange, you can put these diamond souvenirs in the exchange and get more diamond souvenirs in the jumbo pack. The exchange is literally the only thing you need to make stubs, and that's just if you're not playing great seasons, which I'm pretty sure most, if not all of us, are doing. There's also live events to make stubs. There's also ranked seasons. There's also battle royale. But the addition of the exchange is just a mind-bogglingly great idea, and I just love the fact that it's in the game. It makes it so much easier to make stubs. Makes it so much easier for players to get the players of the game to get the players and cards in the game that they want. My third reason as to why I think MLB The Show is a great game is ranked seasons. Ranked season, it just makes sense. Now, I've seen a lot of people talking about how MLB The Show 16 was the greatest this, and this game took a big downfall since then. But what was the purpose in playing MLB The Show 16? Like, there was no rewarding factor in that game whatsoever. Everyone had a monster team, and you were just running around playing each other with no destiny. With ranked seasons, it adds a competitive edge that every game needs to stay alive. If you reach World Series, which isn't even that hard to reach at that, you get a brand new diamond every month, 6,000 stubs, 11,000 XP, 900 tickets which you can use to get more diamonds. You get an 85 to 89 live series. You get 4 Stan Musial baseballs, which is used to get a free immortal. You get 6 souvenir packs, which was I said earlier, you can flip on the market, and you also get a pretty cool World Series nameplate. And that is just for World Series. Champion Series, you still get 5,000 stubs, you still get Stan Musial baseballs and other souvenir packs. Go down the line. Rain seasons is just an absolutely great idea. We're in August, and this game been out since March, I believe. So Joe Mauer will be the 5th new diamond in 5 months, just based off rank seasons alone. You still have this David Wright derelict, which is still a great card to use. You have this Dave Parker, which is a great lefty bat to use. Although the cards might not be the best, everyone has access to them, so why would they give everyone an overpowered card? Think about it, people. It only makes sense that these cards are good, but not the best, highest of the tier cards. It is still new content tying into my first reason, and it is still keeping the game fresh every single month. Going on to my 4th point as to why I think MLB The Show 18 is a great game are the updates. Now, as we all know, or as you should all know, 1 month is transaction updates, and the next week, I said month, 1 month is transaction updates, and next week it is actual player updates. Now, I guess some people gripes are that they don't update players that should be updated, which I get. They're skeptical to move someone up, which it can be annoying when you're investing in a player. But nonetheless, their algorithm in which they update and the time basis is not rushing updates. It's pretty smart if you think about it. If there's updates every week regarding players, let's look at Didi Gregorius. After his first month, you seen how fast he cooled down. He would have been back to a gold already if he went up to a diamond in that update. It is very smart that they waited to update players to see if they're being consistent and it's not just a hot flash. These updates as well are also very accurate, and I think portrays the player very well as to the real life stats. I think they're doing a great job with updates. I think they're doing a great job with the transaction updates as well. And I think that this every other week update is a great idea to show whether the player is being consistent and deserves the updates, or whether the player falls off and doesn't deserve the update. So that's my 4th reason as to why I think this game is good. Updates, people. They matter. Now, people, my 5th and final reason, and the point that I've been hearing that ruined MLB The Show 18 is Immortals ruined the game, this, blah, blah, blah. They're too overpowered. Everyone has Immortals. Shut the fuck up. Literally, everyone in the MLB The Show community has the chance to get Immortals on their team. Every single one, every single player in this game. If you think Immortals are too OP, get them on your team. That's the whole point. They're 99 overalls. They're the greatest players in the world, in history, in the game. Babe Ruth, he deserves those hitting stats. And if someone grinds all those Babe Ruth missions, they deserve Babe Ruth. Ken Griffey Jr., one of the best Immortals. He deserved those fielding stats. He deserved those hitting stats. He deserved those base running stats. If someone grinds all of these missions to get Ken Griffey Jr., guess what? That person deserves Ken Griffey Jr. And if you want Ken Griffey Jr., or if you want Babe Ruth, or if you want the one and only Jackie Robinson, go out and get him. He's literally available to everyone and anyone in this game. Immortals were a great idea, and I'm happy it was implemented in this year's game, and let me tell you why. Everyone has been begging and whining for Babe Ruth in this game, and you finally got him. And now that people have him and more, including this great Stan Musial card, including this active Immortal, Albert Pujols, and even the great pitchers of the game like Tom Seaver and Nolan Ryan, they somehow say that it ruined the game, even though it is not easy to obtain, which it shouldn't be, because they are the greatest cards in the game. They're literally the only 99s you can get, and literally the only time you will have to grind the game if you want to. Mind you, it's not forcing you to grind Immortals, but if you do, hey, the option is there. And secondly, like it adds another level of competition offline so that you can dominate your opponents online. And if someone grinds for a whole Immortal team, that means that they put in a lot of work onto this game. Even if they use their money to finish, if they're using money to finish exchanges, that's their money. They spent it. They should be spending however they want to. They want to spend it on the game. They spent it on the game. If someone want to spend their time want to waste their time working on these Immortals, they're free to do so. But if you don't want to, then you don't have to. And you also shouldn't be complaining when someone has an Immortal team because they work towards it. Immortals are a great idea, and it definitely did not ruin this game. At least not for me, and it shouldn't have ruined it for you. Well, that is going to wrap up as to why I think MLB The Show 18 is a great game. I hope San Diego Studios keep doing what they're doing. This, of course, is not sponsored at all. I just genuinely enjoy this game, and I also really hate the negativity surrounding it. I also wanted to say that even though there were some issues at launch, the game was at launch. It's always going to be a first week patch, and for the most part, they fixed the problem. And we guys all know the problem I'm talking about is hitting. If you square a ball up, the ball's leaving. So, I don't see any reason as to why people are hating on this game as much as they are. I'm sorry if this video ended up more ranty than I intended to. I just had to get that out my chest. San Diego Studios, keep what you're doing. Please keep Immortals in the game in MLB Show 19. I will be pre-ordering it, and I will be waiting, and I will be enjoying the rest of this year's game. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm The Damage, and